I move this, then he's coming? Okay.
All right, folks, if you could make your way to your tables, grab a seat, sit down. We're about ready to get started with this evening. Make your way to the table. Come on, your salads are getting full. Please head towards your tables. Grab a seat and sit down. We're going to get started in just a sec. It's just getting louder.
I know.
Everybody's so excited to be out.
They don't have that listening ears.
Yeah. almost worked, didn't it? That was good. Well, good evening. How you guys doing? Great. Everybody over there is doing okay. You guys not so good right now, right? We're finally back together. Things are looking up. I want to welcome you tonight. My name's Jim Taylor, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the historic El Adobe de Capistrano for the 2022 San Juan Capistrano State of the City Address and Dinner. Now we're going to start off tonight with a couple of ceremonial presentations that will set the tone for a great evening. Please welcome Father Bill Tragus of St. Basil's Orthodox Church located here in San Juan Capistrano. Father?
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, everyone. If we can just stand for a prayer. Almighty God, we thank you for all the blessings you have given us. We thank you for this city, our neighbors, and those who serve this city. Bring peace to our world and to those suffering in wars. Keep us safe and prosperous. Grant wisdom and strength to our civil leaders and volunteers so they may serve with kindness and in peace. We thank you for this meal, and we eat it in remembrance of those less fortunate. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Jim.
Actually, you guys can actually sit down. We're going to get to the next part. They're remembering the installation dinner when I said, please rise, and then sit down, and made them do it again. Long memories, you guys. Okay, shh. Now please welcome Orange County Fire Authority Color Guard Mike Varker and Orange County Supervisor Lisa Bartlett.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor and a privilege to be here. Now we're going to have the presentation of colors and then the Pledge of Allegiance.
Honor God. Okay. Good. Okay. Nice. Forward. Up. Honor God. High carry. Colors. Ready. Fix. All distinguished guests, present arms.
Please join me in honoring the flag of our great nation. Right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
Order. Arms. Low carry. Colors. Forward. March.
Please join me in thanking our wonderful first responders.
Thank you, Supervisor Bartlett. Now, please be seated. On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, our Board of Directors, and entire membership, we want to thank the City of San Juan Capistrano for partnering with the San Juan Capistrano Chamber on this important event. Speaking of people in this room, I'm privileged to have the honor of introducing several community leaders. I'd like to start off by welcoming our elected officials present tonight. Mayor Derek Reeve. Mayor Pro Tem Hart. Councilman Taylor. State Senator Pat Bates. Assemblywoman Lori Davies, 73rd Assembly District. Orange County Supervisor Lisa Bartlett, 5th District. The Mayor, City of Dana Point, Joe Mueller. Mayor, Rancho Santa Margarita, Ann Figueroa. Representing Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer, Rosanna Valdez. City Planning Commissioner Tammy Wilhelm. And our past elected officials in attendance, former Mayor Joe Soto. Former Board of Equalization Diane Harkey. And the members of our great city staff, including but not limited to City Manager Ben Siegel, Chief Financial Officer Ken Aliman, and our new Orange County Sheriff Captain Justin Montano. Orange County Fire Authority Division Chief Rob Capiobianco. Assistant City Manager Charlie View. City Clerk Maria Morris. HR Manager Sam Penrod. Development Services Director Joel Rojas. Director of Public Works Thomas Toman. Only 6 more pages. Next, we'd like to recognize the Chamber's Board of Directors in attendance tonight. From the Executive Board of Directors, our Chair, Doug Abramson, from Here Now OC. Doug. Vice Chair, Jake Griffith, Mission Commercial Properties. Treasurer, Craig Dibley, CR&R Environmental Services. Secretary, Deborah Wells, the Capistrano Dispatch. And our directors at large, Ricardo Bias, Ricardo's Place. John Burney Equestrian. Marnie Bloom, Rancho Mission Viejo. John Caldwell, the Shea Center and San Juan Capistrano Rotary. Monica Hernandez from Zoomars at River Street Ranch. Pam Ryan, in at the Mission, San Juan Capistrano. Danielle Smith, Coldwell Banker. Steve Smith, Tuttle Clicks, Capistrano Ford. Nicole Stanfield, Santa Margarita Water District. Harrison Taylor, San Juan Capistrano Historical Society, and San Juan Capistrano Open Space Foundation. Nicole Watson from the Boys and Girls Club of Capistrano Valley. And at this time, I'd like all of our chamber ambassadors to please stand. You probably met a few of them at registration tonight. They are often the face of the chamber, and they're always one of our greatest assets. All of our ambassadors, please stand up. Tonight's ambassadors are Heather Lewis from Chick-fil-A, Daniela McCormick, Farmers and Merchant Bank, Danielle Smith, Coldwell Banker, Susie Wernett, Friends of the Library Bookstore. Now next, we want to sincerely thank our sponsors. These businesses and organizations have really stepped up to the plate to support our chamber and tonight's event, and we couldn't do it without them. Our title sponsor, Orange County Supervisor Lisa Bartlett. Our presenting sponsor, RRM Design Group. Our event sponsors, Chick-fil-A, Community Leader Coalition, CR&R Environmental Services, Family Assistant Ministries, In at the Mission, Orange County Realtors, the San Juan Capistrano Equestrian Coalition, the San Juan Capistrano Open Space Foundation, Santa Margarita Water District, the Ridland Group, Zoomars at River Street Ranch. I'd like to thank our supporting sponsor, Mayor's Mortgage, And our business sponsors, Capistrano Mazda, Capistrano Valley Toyota, Capistrano Volkswagen, Here Now OC, Nissan of San Juan Capistrano, and San Clemente Villas by the Sea. Our partner sponsors, the City of San Juan Capistrano and the Capistrano Dispatch. We'd like to thank the El Adobe de Capistrano for the wonderful venue tonight. The wine on your table is from Rancho Capistrano Winery. And during the cocktail hours, Semper Tequila. Our annual sponsors at the platinum level, Fluid Master and Rancho Mission Viejo. Our gold sponsors, Cox Communication, Mission Commercial Properties, RRM Design Group, Santa Margarita Water District, St. Margaret's Episcopal School, and Tuttle Clicks Capistrano Ford. Wait, was one of those controversial or something? Like all of a sudden, which one was it? I just said one, and y'all broke out into talk. We're almost done. I told you, only 3 more pages. Our silver sponsors, Fiesta Association, Mission Fest, San Diego Gas and Electric, Southern California Edison, Southern California Gas, and the toll roads. So thank you to all of you. And I am curious, is there anybody here whose name I did not call? Now, one thing, just real quick, I want to make this announcement before we start dinner. Now, when you guys came in, you saw we have a Get Well card out there for the horses. Now, a lot of you know what's going on with the horses statewide, not just in San Juan, and there is basically a moratorium on all equestrian shows. Our horses are improving. We have Get Well cards out there. We have one right there in the back. Sometime throughout this evening, if you can take a chance, go over there and sign it. At the parade, we will have them at all the announcer stations. So if anybody wants to sign these, we're gonna distribute them after the parade to all the stables and all the equestrian groups. So we're sending happy thoughts and good vibes to all of the horses in San Juan Capistrano and further all the horses in the state of California. So we're gonna go ahead and break for dinner. We'll come back in just a little while. Thank you.
Turn the light off. I got
If you could make sure that your dinner cards are clearly visible so the staff can see them. Make sure your dinner cards are clearly visible. That will speed things along. Thank you. to give you a heads up. You might want to make it back to your tables before we dim the lights. Please take your seats. We'd like to begin the program. It's like being married to like 180 people. They're just like totally tuning you out, isn't it? Right? Yeah, see? Nice. If everybody could please take your seats. Please take your seats. Please take your seats. Thank you. All right, folks, welcome back. Now, at this time, we would like to play for you, from what I hear, quite an amazing and entertaining video. So please sit back and enjoy.
Mayor. Where the heck is he? This place is a disaster. Hello?
Marty, where are you?
I could be asking you the same thing. I'm in your office. What's going on?
Never mind that. I need you to meet me in the parking lot tonight, just after sundown.
Mayor, we don't have time. What's happening?
Everything is fine, better than fine, but I'll have to show you tonight.
Mayor, we don't have time for this. We got to get ready for the state of the city.
Well, what do you think?
What is it?
Well, at the beginning of the quarantine, I started working on this, and after 2 long years, I think it's ready to go.
Yeah, but what is working? What is it?
It is how we're going to get San Juan Capistrano back on track. Remember what it was like a few years ago? I need you to go back to 2019 so we can pick up where we left off. We haven't had the state of the city in over 2 years, and we need to remind everyone how great San Juan Capistrano truly is. We're not going to change our past, but we are going to rebuild our future.
And I'm the guy for the job?
Yes, because you're the only one that fits in the car.
That's a fair point. All right.
And Marty, remember, the future of the city is depending on us.
Yeah, no pressure. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Great Scott! Great Scott! That actually worked. Huh.
Mr. Mayor. Mayor.
Wait, what are you doing here? That's impossible. I just sent you back.
I know, I'm back. I'm back from the past, but we're late. We gotta get to state of the city.
Okay, do you mind driving?
No, not at all.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
All right.
Okay. Hey, how great it is to be together again. After 2 years. And to see everyone's face on top of that. It's so important. And for the first time, we are actually live streaming the state of the city. So if someone could not be here, they're able to be at home and watch it on the computer. And that's always been something that's been important to city council members. And so this is the start of something that we're going to be doing every year. So if you're at home, hello and welcome. And how are you doing?
I am good, thank you. How are you doing? That was pretty good. You put that whole thing together.
Oh, yeah, of course. That was all me. No, we have a great staff, and we have a great film crew, and we had a short amount of time to get it together, and they came up with that trailer idea. And that's what happens when you're selected as mayor and you don't have a prepared speech, and you blur it out, we're going back to the future, and that's what ends up resulting from it. So, yeah, it's exciting. It's great to be back together, and I thank you for working with me on this and kind of going and doing this casual back and forth.
Well, you told me when you became mayor that you wanted to bring fun back and excitement and
Yes.
community involvement to San Juan Capistrano. So we're glad that we can be a part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really important. And, the past 2 years, really the true spirit that creates the very fabric that brings us together as residents, not just with each other, but really helps us bring us together as a town of San Juan Capistrano, has, you might say, been twisted and stretched and challenged over the past couple of years. But San Juan Capistrano did not just survive, we persevered. In fact, we prospered while many other cities retreated and even surrendered to the challenge. And now here we are at the beginning of the end of the pandemic, and we are going back to the future. We really are. We're going to return to what makes San Juan Capistrano the San Juan Capistrano that we all love. Yeah. And, San Juan Capistrano is very unique. I think we can all really relate to that. It's, regardless of your race, your religion, your gender, your socioeconomic background, there's a really strong pride of being part of San Juan Capistrano. And we unite and express that pride through events, whether it be the parade or the events around the parade, the 4th of July, the Summer Nights concerts, Christmas tree lighting, etc. But in the past couple of years, that's really been strained. But to borrow the motto of the Marine Corps, since we're so tied to the Marine Corps and proud of it here in our town, our city, not just the city council, but really the residents, we all adapted, improvised, and overcame the challenge. And we kept moving forward. So if you go back to 2020 and just canceled the parade, no one knew what was going on. There was fear, there was stress, there was anxiety. We had city council meetings that we really weren't even having public meetings. We were having executive session meetings, trying to deal with these challenges. And one of the things, I'm so proud of my colleagues, because we really talked about how we had to keep the community together, because there was really this desire, this craving of having, for lack of a better word, a certain level of normalcy. And so we really insisted, for example, that we were going to have a 4th of July expression. We were going to have that fireworks show, and we were going to have even what ended up being a porch party contest where we go around and judge people's 4th of July decorations. We had a drive-in at the riding park. The city staff did a great job coming up with a San Juan Christmas drive-through event. And what was really neat about those is, well, they may not have all been perfectly smooth, especially when you have a drive-through Christmas tree event. Everyone really appreciated the effort and the opportunity really to be together. And we kept going with that. And even our meetings, we were the first city, I believe, that really insisted on having in-person meetings. I think all of us can relate that being on Zoom or Microsoft Teams is not the same as being in a room where you're reading facial expressions and body language. And while we offered opportunities for people to call in to participate, and we still do, it was important for the governance of the city to get back in person. And furthermore, we had the courage to be one of the first cities to actually terminate the state of emergency for the city back in July 2021. So we've been, So we've been very innovative. We've been very San Juan Capistrano-like, and then came just a few days ago, about 8 days before the parade, a new equine virus that came out. And I don't want to give away any secrets, but when you go to the parade Saturday, and you know you all will, it's still, you're going to understand, it's still very uniquely San Juan. And again, it's an opportunity to really show pride in each other and to serve as a community and express our pride in San Juan Capistrano. So it may not be completely back the way we envisioned it about it 2 weeks ago, but it's still going to be really great, and we're really looking forward to it.
So what other recent accomplishments have we achieved? There's quite a list is what I'm seeing.
There really is. So, I know the first thing I want to bring up, I believe Councilmember Tay, when he was mayor last year, brought this up, but it's worth repeating. It's such worth repeating. I think our future mayor, next mayor, and I'm just going to call it because I have a time machine, will be Howard Hart. So he'll probably bring it up again next year as well. And that's the elimination of our budget structural deficit. That is really monumental. It's one of those things that a lot of other cities, I'm not aware of any cities that have been able to accomplish that. And that's really a credit not just to our city council members, but to our city staff. You've had other cities facing even bankruptcy, but we've been able to come out and be stronger financially than any city has. And that's rather significant. The other thing is, when I first got on the council, we had a lot of lawsuits. And I just realized coming over here, we don't have any significant lawsuits facing the city right now. And that's really a credit to our city council, as well as our city attorney, Jeff and Best Preston Krieger, the firm. In fact, a true story, when we're in closed session, we make him make the coffee because he needs something to do for all the money we're paying him. So that's exciting. We have the water and sewer utility transferred to Rancho Santa Margarita Water. Thank you for being here. This is one of those things, there's not many times that a city does something that is really, that's really transforming. The city does a lot of things very well, but the ability to have the utility transferred to a company that specializes and water and sewer utility. It's a great benefit to the residents because it stabilizes the rate that they have to pay. It prevents the rate from going as high as that otherwise would if it was with the city, and it provides a more efficient and a better product. So it's really probably the greatest accomplishment for me personally, because it's something I've been advocating for so long. And once the decision was made, it took 7 years and a lot of lawyers to get it done. But it's really one of those things that greatly benefits the residents. I'm also really proud, I'm also really proud of the council because for in many circumstances, we have been able to work together to get projects across the finish line. Projects that people have been talking about for years, we've been actually able to get accomplished. For example, the Northwest Open Space Community Park, Petunium Village. San Juan Capistrano has a very strong bond with our Native American history. And this is a park that includes new landscaping, trails, picnic areas, but really it's about especially cultural elements that honor our area's Atumang Nation. And that's something that we were able to open just this past December. Some other things is there was a American Rescue Plan Act, which is a federal grant that was provided to a number of cities. And we were able to allocate up to $7 million of that and combine it with another $10 million of funds from other sources to really bring dramatic improvements to our city streets. You know, one of the fundamental issues of a city council is filling that proverbial pothole. And so for us to make that commitment, that's been very important to our city council and to get that done. And you're going to start seeing projects as early as the spring and summer of that coming to fruition and streets actually being built. And finally, one of the things that we did, or two of the things, I guess, technically, that have been talked about for years that we were able to carry through. One was the gateway landscape. If you come to Del Obispo and Ortega Highway, you see the new hardscape and landscape that's been put in there. That's our entryway. That's been talked about for years, and we were able to get that built. It looks beautiful. It blends really well with our new hotel. And also the Verdugo Street beautification project. I swear this has been talked about since maybe the mid-2000s, but it never got across that finish line until my colleagues came up and we were able to get it done. And many of you were involved in that. I'm really proud of that project because it involves so many of our businesses in the downtown and our residents giving their input. And it's really now a great gathering place, not just during the daytime, but during the nighttime as well. And it really complements and it makes our downtown an exciting area to be.
Can we talk about the true sign of our economic strength, our ongoing private investment?
Yeah, so we talked about a lot of the things that we're doing from a taxpayer expenditure standpoint, but the vitality of an economy isn't how much you're spending of taxpayer funds. It has to do with the actual capital investment of the private sector, because they would not be putting that investment if they did not believe in San Juan Capistrano. So we've had, for example, I have a list of things I wanted to mention. For example, the Capistrano Plaza remodel has just been fantastic. It really complements the Verdugo Street beautification. And we had a previous owner who, very nice man, but it was just happy collecting rent. And we had a new developer come in, I believe Dan Almquist is here, bought the building. It really invested a great deal of funds to make it a special place. And we have a number of businesses as well that were started. Heritage Barbecue. I'm very partial to Texas smoked brisket, and we finally have authentic Texas barbecue in San Juan. The Capistrano Brewery found a home in that same location. We have the Ramen Shack, one of my family's favorite restaurants. Mayfield's, Patty Station, Chick-fil-A, Target, I guess I should say Target, and the Stand, among others. We've really become a foodie hub for not just Orange County, but really Southern California as well. And we're getting even more private investment and more businesses that are coming to the area. It's actually a really exciting time to be a resident and to be a business owner here in San Juan Capistrano.
What about future and ongoing private investment?
Sure. So, well, first of all, from a community standpoint, recently the City Council has initiated a request for proposal for the Northwest open space, including the Swanner House. Now, it's important to point out that this is not going to involve residential housing, and this is not going to involve any type of commercial center. What we're looking at is possibly entertaining proposals, I should say, that deal with things that complement the Northwest open space. So, for example, someone has brought up maybe horse stables or some type of passive fields that people could use for family entertainment or even sports. So a lot of different ideas have been proposed. I don't know if we're for sure going to do anything, but that will be brought up in spring into a public meeting, and residents will have an opportunity to give their input. So it's kind of exciting to see what different ideas pop up. Another really cool thing that is going to be built by the summer, or at some point during the summer, is our city is finally getting a skate park. Yes. And again, this is another example of getting a project across the finish line. This has been talked about by members of the community for years and years and years, and my colleagues really took this by the bull by the horns and forced it through to the point with that we're actually going to get it built, but yet still having community involvement. And I saw the mayor of Dana Point was here, and we negotiated with Dana Point that they're actually going to be paying for the ongoing maintenance. And thank you for that. Or Dana Point, I always refer to as San Juan Capistrano South, but don't tell them I said that. But it's like, yeah, I know where you live. But that's a neat project, and that's an all-wheels park. So skates, BMX, what have you. It's going to be a really wonderful addition to the community. And like I said, construction should begin by the summer. So that's exciting. Another important thing that I know a lot of the people here are very interested in is that the city is still negotiating a lease agreement with the Riddling Group for the riding park. And come on. It's okay, you're allowed to applause. That is important because we've had a lot of challenges with litigation attorneys coming after us, and our equestrian community was really at risk. And it's exciting that we were able to really have a key part of San Juan Capistrano that maintains San Juan Capistrano as the equestrian capital of the West. And I'm really looking forward to that, yeah. Another neat project that is starting to come to conclusion is the Jamboree project for housing, for permanent supportive housing, that will be combined with the new City Hall. Now, I know all of you love our current City Hall. I mean, who wouldn't love a 50-year-old double wide, right? But we always had a problem with how do we build a new City Hall? It's very expensive. And so here we have our city council working together and with staff, and we came to a very creative solution where we combined the need for supportive housing in San Juan and added to it a new City Hall as well. So literally, we're going to get a new City Hall with very little to no impact to the city's general fund, which is really historic, and other cities are now calling us, going, how the heck did you guys do that? Yes, thank you. And the Jamboree project is going to have 50 units. 10 are going to be devoted to veterans, and it's also going to be helping our local homeless situation as well. So it's really a win-win-win opportunity for all of us here in San Juan Capistrano. So very excited about that. We are also looking to continue to take our city-owned downtown playhouse, and that is still working on environmental reviews and negotiations, but we're looking for that to be a new building that we can enjoy all of our what we have to offer in San Juan. And so the Ramos Street parking lot expansion will take place and will be fully functioning by 4th of July. And then the street program that I talked about earlier, about the $17 million investment, you're going to see our first project this spring and summer, where we're going to be repaving all of Camino Capistrano from the Dana Point border all the way to the Laguna Niguel border. And that will be the first project, and we'll be doing that this summer as well. So those are some of our city projects.
Well, these are all well and good, but and quite exciting. But what are you going to do for the future?
So, so we have a few projects that are very exciting. One of the most important ones is actually we're going to start, in fact, the building's already started, for the Lower Roseanne Ranch with Ganal, a hardware store and lumberyard is going to be coming and being built in the fall of 2023. The Lower Roseanne Ranch, I've always called it the tar baby of San Juan. It was part of the redevelopment agency, and every time the city wanted to do something with it, something happened. The governor stepped in and got rid of the redevelopment agency, or something along the lines ended up happening. So when that opens up, it's such a tremendous company, a great family-owned business, tremendous tax revenue to the city. But when that opens up, we're going to have a fantastic ribbon cutting. We're not having champagne. We're going right to the tequila. It's really going to be, and all the city council members have served should be there for that. So that's really incredible, something we're all looking forward to. Another thing that we're under negotiations with is we we're losing the Playhouse, but we're looking to gain a performing arts center. Yes. So that is currently under environmental review, and there's a lot of discussions and negotiations that have to take place, but I'm optimistic we can carry it through, and hopefully we'll have something more to report on that relatively soon, and that would be something maybe the next mayor can talk about as well with a date. So that is exciting. We also started groundbreaking just a few weeks ago for the River Street Marketplace on North Rio Street. That's such an important piece of land for the residents, and not surprising, being San Juan, it was a point of political contention among many, and that's actually a good thing because it shows how important San Juan is to so many different people. But this project really blends in to San Juan so well with that agricultural theme. It's going to have many stores that will really cater not just to residents, but tourists as well. So we're looking forward to that opening. And I believe, the grading began last month. We just got to get more dirt, get those buildings built. Yeah, and hopefully we'll have that again as early as next year. And then we also have residential projects that are moving forward. One of them is the Groves, which you can see being built right now along Juan Capistrano, right across the street from J. Sarah Catholic High School. This is actually one of those low-income projects, and I really encourage residents to check it out once it's built, because a lot of times we deal with, there are mandates that we have to do. We have to have low-income housing, but a lot of people, their image of low-income housing does not equate with what it really is. And I've taken my own kids around to different neighborhoods in other cities and said, that's low-income housing. And they've all said, wow, that's a really nice building. They would like to live there themselves. It's very appealing. And you're going to see that with the Groves. It's a beautiful building. It blends so well in San Juan Capistrano. And it really provides an important service in San Juan. It's going to provide housing for 75 senior units with 10 permanent supportive housing units. So that's an important project we've been working on for quite a while. We have the Farm residential community, which is 169 units. That was part of litigation many years ago that impacted our city, but it's a smaller development than what was originally planned, with actually a less traffic impact than what was originally planned. And I believe the ribbon cutting for that's in a couple of weeks. And then we have the construction for the Petra Evelina residential project just behind 24-Hour Fitness is taking place as well. That is, I believe, if I recall correctly, 134 units. It was actually zoned for over 400. So I'm proud of the work the City Council did with that to mitigate those impacts, and that's going to be a beautiful residential project as well. We are looking to build more residential as we are required by the state. And it's not just low income, it's all levels of income, because ultimately we would like, for example, our children to be able to continue living in San Juan Capistrano as well, and continuing, off the love that they have for San Juan as well. And finally, you might have heard this restaurant called In-N-Out. coming to San Juan Capistrano, and I know everyone has different opinions about it. And personally, I thought they were going to cater tonight's dinner, but I guess that didn't happen. That was also, some controversy, and I know myself and Councilmember Taylor did not vote for it, but I know I speak for Councilmember Taylor when I say I hope we were both wrong, and I'm really happy to have In-N-Out in our town. It's a great business, and the world is not going to end with an In-N-Out, I assure you. And I will probably be the first person in the drive-thru ordering a double-double with extra spread. So those are some of the things that we're looking forward to in the coming few years in San Juan Capistrano. And in conclusion, okay, I'll finish up. First of all, thank you all for coming. It means a lot to all of us in San Juan Capistrano, not just the city council, but our city staff and all of our volunteers that work so hard to make all of these events and projects happen. San Juan Capistrano is, in fact, going back to the future. We're returning to what makes our town a town and a viable community. While we are bound together by our town's unique history and rich culture, our bond has been strengthened by our collective conquest of all the challenges that we have faced over the past few years. As our founding father, Junipero Serra, said, always forward, never back. The future of our region lies in the past, and both the past and the future are centered right here in San Juan Capistrano. May God continue to bless all of us and our beloved town of San Juan Capistrano. Thank you.
Mayor Derek Reeve. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. All right, folks, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Thank all of you for attending tonight. Thank you again, Mayor, City Council. Now, on your way out, make sure you pick up one of the goodie bags. Don't forget to sign the Get Well Soon card for the horses. Don't forget to show up March 12th at 11 o'clock in downtown San Juan for the Swallows Day Parade. Good night, everybody, and God bless.
Take the flowers, and then they can take whoever wants the tequila off the table. They can decide who wants it.
All right, I was just giving some news that could probably cause the room to break out in fights, but if you guys want to take the tequila on the table, you can take that. And the flowers.
But you have to choose amongst yourselves.
But you have to do, only the strongest shall survive. So what about the wine? They can take the wine?
Yeah, drink it.
What about the cutlery, the silverware?
That I'm not worried.
Silverware's got to stay. The tequila, the wine can go. And the flowers, don't forget the flowers.